I used to be the type of person who had best friends. From the ages of 8 to 12, my best friend was a girl. Her name was Sam. What I liked most about her was her unquestioning loyalty. She didn't seem to care that I was introspective and quiet for so many years. And one day, at her suggestion, she taught me how to kiss, just in case I might need to know how someday. After middle school, Sam moved away. We wrote letters for about a year, but it fizzled out eventually. And I wonder how I don't have the kinds of relationships with girls that used to come so easily. After Sam, there was Lily. I met her my sophomore year after she transferred to our school from out of state, and she read a lot. At lunch, I would go back by the bleachers to have a smoke, and one day I saw her reading out there. I think it was Faulkner or Eliot. I don't know, something deep like that.
Are you even old enough to buy cigarettes? Can you just go somewhere else?
But this sparked the beginning of a few hundred other debates that filled the lunch hours and school dances, even walks home, summer nights, and into our first year of college.
I don't know.
You doing okay down here?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
All right, just let me know if you need anything.
Thanks. Lily was always lending me her books, trying to expand my mind. At first, I read them just to humor her, but then she became this lifeblood, this portal to an untapped conscious I didn't even know I had.
Hey.
Oh.
What's going on?
Hey.
What's this?
Oh, just some homework.
I see. Well, this book is amazing because, I don't know, it's just like he's mourning his childhood. He misses it, you know, and it's ironic because he's still a kid and he knows that he's going to go somewhere, whether he has control over it or not. And it's just, it's brilliant. Hey. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just, I wasn't going to tell you yet, but I have some pretty big news.
What?
I did it. I got in.
Brown. Lily, that's amazing. Congratulations. That's really amazing.
Thanks. I can't believe it.
I'm really proud of you. And I'm really happy for you.
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome. Come here.
Well, what about you? Have you heard back from any schools yet?
Yeah, I mean, I've been put on a couple wait lists, and I'm still waiting to hear back from NYU, so... I mean, I'm not worried. I mean, I know something's gonna work out. So, I can't believe this is happening now. You know, you got into your dream school.
Well,
and you're gonna go away soon.
You will too, you'll see. We still have the rest of the school year, the whole summer. let's just try not to think about leaving. Not just yet. We've got time.
You're right. And I mean, we're gonna visit each other all the time, right?
Exactly. But we're here now, so back to the book.
Back to the book. All right, take you through this.
After I went away to NYU and she went off to Brown, we would send each other care packages with ripped out magazine or even newspaper articles we thought the other might find amusing. Sometimes we would send very carefully themed entitled mixtapes.
Put it up there, put it up there.
But then I started dating. I mean, I dated a lot. Well, maybe dating isn't quite the right word for what I was doing. But I felt like I needed to get to know a lot of girls and take them out and build up my carnal repertoire or something. I can't even remember most of their names. I never quite figured out that friend and girlfriend could be synonymous, and clearly I didn't know what I was doing when it came to actual girlfriends. Lily wasn't there, and I couldn't find the kind of friendships that I was so used to having with girls like Sam as a kid. Hey, do you have a pen? Thanks. After a year and a half of it, I grew pretty tired of the whole charade, and I gave up on dating for a while. I couldn't understand why all my drinking buddies were finding these, the take her home to your parents kind of girlfriends. And one by one, they started falling off the grid, and one by one, I realized all the good ones were being taken, and they were taking my best guy friends along with them. During the summers, I worked at a record store. The owner was this lady in her 40s named Martha.
What about this one?
Fleetwood Mac? I don't know. What about it? It sounds like one of my stuck-up college professors.
Fleetwood Mac is not a person, it's a band. Seriously, you've never heard of them.
No, I really don't think I've ever heard of them.
Well, that just won't do. You are borrowing it. Take it home tonight, listen to it, and then tell me what you think.
I will. Thanks, Martha. What's it like? Is it rock and roll?
Oh man, their music. Well, I don't want to force any impression on you or give you any expectations. Just listen to it. Listen with freedom.
Okay, I'll listen with freedom.
It is freedom. I remember going to their concerts when I was your age. I didn't know people could make music that could make you feel so a part of something that was so much bigger than yourself, but it was still so personal somehow. Like they knew every thought in your head. They knew how to describe it. Like they'd been there before.
Sounds like you've been to a lot of concerts.
Oh, yeah. Why do you think I do what I do now? Music was everything. It still is. It shapes you, especially when you're a teenager.
She would talk to me about how she grew up and the Simon and Garfunkel concerts she went to, and would tell me about all the guys she had dated. I got the impression that there were a few that took a lot more than they ever gave.
But we both wanted different things. We were young. I think they had a hard time balancing the two. All right, let's finish up this inventory.
Okay,
Seriously, take that home tonight, make the time, listen to it.
I'm gonna do it. I told you I'd do it. I'll do it.
And then we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
When I reached adulthood, I couldn't seem to find those endless hours that so easily filled my afternoons as a kid. People seemed to impress upon me this ultimatum of sorts, that I needed to focus all of my efforts and energy solely on my romantic endeavors. It became nearly impossible to build or keep up with any other meaningful relationships in my life, especially ones with women that I wasn't even dating. Platonic girlfriends were not only looked down upon, they were forbidden. And there was always the men and women can't be friends argument. So here I am, back in the same small town I grew up in, for my little brother's wedding. Almost 2 decades have passed since I made my first best friend.
Read the check.
And I'm in the same place where it all started for me. If this were a movie, or maybe even an optimistic book, this would be the ideal ending just before the credits roll. Maybe I would run into Sam downtown and we'd break into familiar conversation, or maybe Lily would be at the wedding and I'd lead her out to the dance floor just like old times in the high school gym. Maybe Martha would be at the same bar and the awkwardness of years spent apart would melt away after a drink or two. Unfortunately, most movies that end like that really aren't that interesting. And sometimes just too much time has passed. And all you can do is just try to keep moving forward until you figure it out.